Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us.
All right, Danny.
What's up, big dog?
We are back.
How we doing?
I'm doing good.
Land Shocklagas.
Yeah, so we were just watching the playoff of the golf because I have money on Jordan Spieth and he missed 2 fucking bunnies, basically. And
I told you we could have still.
I don't want to watch it. No. I'm too because I don't want to. I want to just wait and then find out afterwards.
It's fine.
All right, or maybe I'll have you check your phone. We'll
That's
find
fine.
out.
No. It's. I was fully involved with you.
So we're gonna do kind of open gym today.
That's right.
First of all, I wanted to call it a fraud. I am the fraud. Let me tell you why. For years, I've said that, like, fuck mainstream country music. I don't like mainstream country music. I like, I like Willie Nelson. I like that shit. But I don't like this new country music.
Pop
Maggie,
shit?
ever since I took her to fucking Nashville, she's become, like, into, like, new country music. Like Morgan Wallen and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's fucking seeping into me. Now I'm starting to fucking enjoy it.
The problem is, I don't think you want to give the mainstream guys enough credit because their albums are fucking through the roof great.
Here's what I think
Through the
about
roof great. I don't care what you say. They're good fucking albums.
It's pop music. And I'm fine with it.
No, not what I'm talking about. The top 3 I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah.
Stapleton, Wallen, Luke Combs.
Well, Stapleton's a different thing.
Stapleton, Wallen, Luke Combs. All 3 of their
Yeah.
all of their albums have been fucking very good as far as I'm concerned. It took me a while to get onto the Morgan Wallen train because I don't like the way he looks.
Same way. Same me too. But now I fucking listen to his music all the time like a dickhead.
I still do not like Keith Urban because of the way he looks.
Keith Urban's a fraud. He's a fucking Australian guy.
But does he
playing
like
fucking
straighten his
country.
hair or something? Like something about his hair.
But
And
he
like,
looks like your
he's got
aunt.
mascara
He looks like
on.
your aunt
Yeah,
or
he
something
doesn't
like
look
that.
good.
He's a fucking weirdo.
Has Target coupons in his back pocket.
How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. We did a little golfing yesterday.
Yep.
Which we'll get into that because we can talk about
Yeah, well,
a shit ton of golf. But I played the best. We played 18, but I played the best back 9 of my career. So I am ready for the tour.
I love it.
Yeah, it was a good time. Great people. Went with that guy Keith. Went with that guy Sean. Sean drives 100 miles an hour to get 15 minutes away. Just like scared.
Loves driving fast.
Scared for the remainder of my life when I'm in the car with him. And by the way, he was like calm and collective.
Yeah.
I was scared to death.
Yeah.
Assholes puckering all over the place. we got another story part of the day, but at the end of the day, we got ice cream. And
by the way, Keith sent me a text with a picture of you with the ice cream cone. I was just dying laughing.
all right, so that's what we're gonna get at. So I went to it was melting, and I had to hurry up and finish it.
Yeah.
Well, Vin Diesel, aka Insulation Situation Sean, was playing brake, gas, fucking dip, everything, and I went up for it, and it just went all over the. I wasn't mad about that. I was more mad because his car is pristine clean.
Yeah, you got it.
And I'm like, I need napkins immediately.
Yeah.
Keith's like, fuck off. I need to take a picture of him. You're like, it's not how it works, dude. So yeah, I got soft serve ice cream all over my face, my jacket, his seat, but we cleaned it up, made it all look good.
Nice. Awesome.
We also got Keith, who we know, Dublin Keith. He's from Ireland. We got his first 3-way sandwich.
I can't believe. By the way, I like how you had to put the sandwich on the end of that. We got his first 3-way. Would have been
well, because he asked me when I brought it up to him earlier this week. I said, "We're golfing. Where are we going out afterwards?" Right? Because normally we don't just stop there. We go
normally
somewhere.
IA or 620.
And I was like, "Wait a minute." I go, "You've never had a 3-way before?" He's like, "That's enough about my business, bud." And I'm like, "No, I'm like the sandwich." He's like, "No, the roast beef thing." I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm like, well, "That's what we're doing." I already had it set in my mind. Like, well, we can go to the bar afterwards, but I want you to at least have this with me.
Yeah.
Have this experience with me or whatever. So we're fucking starving.
Yep.
The thing about Sagamore, which it was fine yesterday.
Yeah.
No cock girl, and
That sucks.
And they didn't have any hot dog thing at the turn. Nothing.
Oh, that sucks.
So-
yeah, they're kind of not really set up yet. I guess most of the courses.
I guess, and I'm not golf enough to realize what's supposed to be there,
Sure, yeah,
but
yeah.
they are, and they're like, no, that we're all fucking stuck.
Yeah.
So we were extremely hungry.
The best way to go beefing is when you're fucking starving.
Dude, and that was the best. And Keith goes, you order it, I buy it. I said, yeah. I said, all you got to do is say a three-way. They know exactly what you're telling me. He said, you order it, I buy it. No problem. I couldn't get my phone out quick enough before the sandwich was gone. 5 bites, done. I will put, remember when they had that competition?
Yeah, the fastest.
I would put him against anybody in there.
Really?
Anybody. If he doesn't win it, he beats everyone except for Javi.
And he liked it, right?
Loved it.
Jamie's, right?
Yeah. So that was the other part of it. So I didn't realize, I thought Jamie's was way closer to Linfield than it really is. It's like 20 minutes. It's like 6 miles away because we had to put it on ways. But I go, we're not going to go down the street to some Joe Schmo place. If you're going to have a good one, you're going to have a good one. That was the closest good one.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. It was very good.
Yep.
Got them two supers. I got a junior. And then as we're going back to the car, Treadwell's is right next door.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't know if because we were all like, for sure, going to go drinking afterwards.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I really want to put dairy in my stomach. He goes, you just ate a fucking cow.
It's
a great point.
Yeah.
So we got a couple fucking soft serve ice creams like gentlemen.
Love cones.
And I don't know. Keith just doesn't have. He's a garbage disposal. The thing was gone in 2 seconds. I'm like, I even like joked with him. I was like, that paper on the cone's edible. He's like, you don't think I'll eat this? I'm like, I know you will. But yesterday was a great time.
I talked about this and obviously listen, I mean, Bellas, we'll get into them later.
Yeah.
They're the best. But like around us, there's just not anything. So I have not had a beef other than Bellas, like in 4 months, I don't think, right?
I've had a couple.
Yeah.
But
I was starving for beef. Maggie wanted Liberty Bell. I'm like, all right, Liberty Bell. Here's the thing about Liberty Bell.
Hit or miss.
They throw, I find for me, they just throw low sevens.
Yeah.
But I grew up on low sevens.
Yeah.
So like, I got a junior 3-way and it was fucking great. Like it was serviceable. It was like, nothing like, listen, you're not bringing the sandwich home to meet your mother, right? But you're going to take it in the back of the car and
absolutely
take it to town.
And that's
you know
fine.
What I mean?
And that's fine. Sometimes that just gets the job done.
100%. Yeah. So anyways, my weekend, I went to, we had my niece's birthday party was Friday night. My 2 nephews, the one who John cuts his hair and the other one, Eamon, they started fucking with my scally cap. So I went to blows with the 2 of them. Literally, I'm rolling. I am at the last moment where I can fend them both off at once. Like they're getting strong. You know what I mean? They're like whatever they are, 8 or something like that. Like it was taking everything in me to keep them because they're like crabs. You know what I mean? Like every appendage.
Boatload of energy.
And I told them, I'm like, you put your hand near my mouth, I'm biting that fucking hand. I'm like, you gotta find out real quick. But anyways, I'm like, I went home. I got in the car. I said to Maggie, I go, it's the last time I'm winning that fight. Like, I gotta be prepared. I gotta bring a knife. I actually, but at the end, I grabbed the field hockey stick. I'm like, I'm prodding him. Like, get the fuck off me. But anyways, we came out here. Me and Max just, great show, by the way. Let me give a free plug. The show doesn't need a plug. It's just got viral right now. My daughter found it. Jury Duty. It's fucking awesome. And it's a kid who thinks he's on a reality show about jury duty, but he thinks everybody else has to be there too, but they're all actors. He doesn't know.
That's great.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Kid's great, whatever. So just quick recommendation. I'm not gonna tell you all about it. But anyway, so I wake up in the morning, slightly hungover, don't feel too bad. Went to the gym, got some shit done around here. And then my brother-in-law Nate was like, hey, seltzer on. It's beautiful out. Garage bar time. So I went to his garage bar.
I was about to say, did you open this up?
No, picked up my guy John Ash. We headed over there. I put in a nice 2.5 hour shift.
Yeah.
Left there, came back home. Got immediately in an Uber. Went to the 70th birthday party of Charlie Joyner. Yeah. Absolute legend. One of my favorite people in the world. And then took an Uber back to Nate's. Mm-hmm. Was there till 2:30. And I lived to tell a tale. I can't believe I feel pretty fine. It was a great day, though, dude. It was beautiful out. It wasn't supposed to be that nice out.
It ended up being great.
It was absolutely fucking ideal.
Another thing we should talk about, it had to do it yesterday because it was yesterday. Actually, we can start this on Friday because Friday was my old man's birthday.
Yeah.
So I already woke up in a shit mood, you know.
Yeah.
Not only is he not around anymore, but now I have to drink VO. Every year.
Yeah.
And so I already had that in my mind the minute I woke up. And then I get a text from my man.
Do you have just a bottle of VO for once a year?
I go and I grab either a nip or
or
if I'm at I'll just hit, I'm like, hey, can you just like dust that off and like pour me some? Because no one drinks it. And I don't blame him.
Yeah.
But I get a text from my buddy, and he's on DraftKings, and he goes, hey, and he's never met my dad. This is on his birthday.
Yep.
And he goes, I'm just letting you know I'm placing a couple bets in your dad's honor. I go, are you fucking with me right now? He goes, no, why? I go, today's my dad's birthday. And it was harness racing. That's all my dad did.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he goes, you shit me. And I called him and I said, no, dude, it's April 14th. Like, it's my dad's birthday, and that's all he fucking did. He goes, that's fucking strange. So that happens. Maybe, and I'm definitely going over here. Maybe 15 minutes later, one of the Irish kids at the IA goes, hey, the Grand National's tomorrow. Have you ever heard of the Grand National?
No.
So the Grand National is a massive, and I grew up at a fucking horse track.
Yeah.
Never heard of this in my life. He goes, it's the biggest horse race ever. Like, there's 40 horses in it. I go, what? And then now, like, everyone's talking.
Is it in Europe?
It's in England, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because they have those huge wide tracks.
Wide tracks, and it was, so they put on the last year's race. It's mayhem.
Yeah.
They like jump over fences and like ditches and shit. Like, at the end of the race, there might only be 6 horses left because they all fucking
like
done,
dead,
dude.
yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, we have to bet on it. I'm like, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So within 20 minutes, I got 2 references about horses. But yesterday it was a draft. So everyone got 2 horses apiece. You know, when it gets like $400, it's $20.
Is that the IA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to watch because we were still golfing yesterday.
Yeah.
But I can't explain how violent this race is.
Yeah.
It starts with 40 horses. You might end up with 6.
Jesus Christ.
It's just, they jump over it and they don't get up. They don't clear the fence. They don't clear the bushes.
Oh, my God.
And people are betting. It reminds you of like that scene in Ben-Hur. Anything in Gladiator.
Yeah.
It reminds you of that. Like, but without weapons. It's fucking insane.
So you had your VO, though?
Did have my VO. Almost came immediately right back up.
Really?
But you got to get it down for the old man.
You don't mix it with anything. You just go straight?
If I ever mix it with, he would come down and beat
Kill
me
you.
to death.
Yeah. He's just drinking straight. No ice.
No. Sometimes he'll do ice, but
Yeah.
most of the time that's just going right into a cup, right down his hatch.
Yeah.
We used to go on I can't say all the time. We went on a cruise twice, and she was on it once, and she would do a VO and water. Like, why?
VO and water?
Yeah. Dilutes it a little bit. And I'm like, all right, well, that still just tastes like fucking sewer water is what it tastes like.
That doesn't sound very good to me.
Yeah.
So you guys didn't go to a bar afterwards, though?
So we did, but I immediately felt like I was just beat, dude. I couldn't even like.
Plus, you just had an ice cream and a fucking beef.
Ice cream, a beef. But they look like. I just wanted to lay down.
Yeah.
I had maybe 5 drinks during the 18 holes. That ain't like me, you know.
Yeah.
I was just beat. So I went home, lay down for a little bit. They stayed. Well, Sean didn't, but Keith obviously put in his session. And,
I'm sure.
And we had a little bit talk about it today.
So I played on Thursday. So if people know, Thursday was beautiful. It was like 85 degrees.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So we went up to Beverly Golf Tennis. Now, let me set the stage. Woke up 3:30 in the morning because my dog was moving around and I couldn't fall back asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I was up since 3:30. Get to drop my daughter at MC, realize I have a fucking bolt in my tire. So like I got to leave my car here and have Ted Mara's brother Joe drive me. So we get up there. I gotta be honest, it was kind of a shitty mood. Like work wasn't going good that week. I'm just like, fuck. And I played like shit. Played like trash. Now, I had a great time. We had a fun time. And in fact, like Joe Mara and Kev Mara are like fucking stick players. They're sick.
Right.
They even didn't play great. You know what I mean? But afterwards, like, we're like, Joe's like, oh, you want to get a beer? There's like a patio. And I'm like, yeah, I'll have a beer. Fuck that. Because I had told my dad, I'm like, I got to get home. I got a ton of work to do. This is why when I say on the show that I don't drink usually on Sunday nights is because I'm going to explain that reason. I had shit to do. I needed to be responsible. I said, I'm going to have a 1 tall Miller Lite sitting here. And then Kev said, I would like to buy the next round, which I said, sure. We all had another beer. Then I said, I'll get one more round. And we were drinking 16-ounce pounders. And my dad and Joe were like, oh, they weren't going to have one more. So me and Kev had one more. Made them watch us. And then my dad was like, all right, I got to go home. And they were like, what do you think? Hooters for wings and a couple more beers? And I'm like, 100%?
Yeah, let's do it.
I was at that point, I'm like, fuck my life. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, so we went to Hooters. I crushed like 3 talls, a fucking shitload of wings.
Yeah.
Came back here, fell dead asleep for like 2 hours, and then made the 3 work calls I actually had to make. But I mean, listen, this is like discipline for my lack of discipline. Like when I start having fun, I don't want to stop, and I'm not going.
Nobody
to.
does though.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's a common thing.
Anyway, so but we had a great day. It was so weird, dude, playing golf that day because like there's not a single leaf or bud on a tree.
Right.
So it was 85 and the trees are empty. It's so fucking strange. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My dad did hole out from like, I think from before the sand trap from like 30 yards. Fucking sick shot.
Oh,
Like
dude.
went in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I do got to address one thing. We are on, now if anyone's played Sagamore, we are on 17. So it's a little par 3.
Yep.
Happen to look behind us. Now, right away I knew what it was, but it caught the other two, because there was only 3 of us. I tried to get you to golf. I
Yep.
tried to get a couple people to walk. I understand last minute, golf's expensive, no big deal. So it was only 3 of us. But I turn around and I'm like, oh my God, that kid's wearing a skirt and a sports bra.
A guy?
Oh yeah, beard, hat.
Playing?
Oh yeah, we got pictures. But my immediate thought was, this is a fantasy football
Yeah.
Last
Yeah,
place.
sure.
because, again, we're not here to fucking hate. We don't give a shit
No,
what you
but I'm
dress like.
guessing the guy wouldn't have a beard if he was fucking really.
I was very convinced. Like, I didn't go up and ask him,
Yeah.
but he was cruising around just like, he was a fucking dude. He wasn't like
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I thought it was very funny, but Keith was blown away.
He was taking it back.
Oh, he was like, that's a guy? I'm like, girls don't have beards.
Not the ones I know.
Not the ones I know. And then I saw him swing a club. I'm like, yeah, it's definitely a guy. Like, it's a guy. And he lost the bet. So we do have a picture of that. It's pretty funny. But you don't like really see his face. So we're not really, if you know anybody if anyone listens to this.
Yeah, and you know somebody that lost a bet and had to fucking.
It was pretty funny.
I have to. Go ahead.
No, I also, at the turn, I drove by, and I was like, oh shit, that's my boy Nick. So I get all the way to the end of it. I was like, we got to turn around. I got to say what up to him. I got up to him 2 feet from him, realized it wasn't him. He's like, that's all right, dude. The way he responded, I'm like, Nicky! He's like, Nicky! I'm like, that's definitely something Nick would do.
Yeah.
I get all the way back. I'm like, you're not Nick, huh? He's like, yeah, dude, I thought you were somebody else too. I'm like, hit him straight. Fucking wicked awkward.
Other thing that happened this weekend, milestone call, if you will, is I realized that my son is officially taller than me now.
Yeah, baby.
I used to just blame it on his hair, but like I locked eyes with him, and I'm like, your eyes are above my eyes. Like that's how I know that is. By the way, we gotta talk about Fitzy's beef.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the people who listen to the show are familiar with the beef page and all that stuff. And you know that a roast beef sandwich, generally speaking, has sauce. Some people like it with mayo and sauce. Some people like mayo, sauce, cheese. And there are some deviations. Jamie's makes a couple deviations. Greek beef, whatever. I don't know where Fitzy came up with it, but he had a beef with tartar sauce, chicken finger, duck sauce.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you don't like mayo. So tartar sauce might as well be
I'm out.
That's worse than mayo,
I'm out.
pretty much.
And I'm not a massive duck sauce guy either. I know that's going to turn a lot of people
I
away.
fucking love duck. I could dip my fingers in duck sauce. I fucking love it.
I'm just not like if it's on my chicken, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm trying to cheat someone else's meal and I would just want a quick scoop and it's on that, I can't spit it out.
Sure.
You know, I'm just more of a soy sauce guy. I fucking love soy sauce.
Soy sauce on like a fast food.
I'll put it on cereal. I don't give a shit.
VO and soy sauce.
Yeah, dude. Salt that bitch up a little bit.
Anyways, he was like, I'm not mad at it. Like, here's the thing. I've tried a couple, I've said this before. I've tried a couple deviations. Just get the fucking 3. Just get your fucking regular sauce and cheese or whatever you're going to get. It's always good. Although Fitzy's doing it for entertainment. So I love that he's out there exploring new ground. You know, we need Shackletons of the world to find new places in the world. And that's what Fitzy's out there doing. He's doing God's work. We love him. He's the best. Shout out. Real quick. Maggie had text the other day for a friend of ours. This girl, Kristen, lives in the Melrose neighborhood. And she's awesome. Great girl to party with, by the way. I'll just say that right now. She's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
She's like, she doesn't see Maggie anymore because Maggie's the kids aren't at the Winthrop, so the school up there. So she's like, I miss you. She's like, I have to admit I'm coming out of the closet as a secret corker She's been listening every week. So what's up? I'm like, so anyways,
Love
Corker
it.
of the Week right there. And actually, that's honorary Corker of the Week because the Corker of the Week is Dave Sweeney. Our guy is running the marathon tomorrow. He reached out to me and he goes, can you promise me you guys are going to do a show Sunday because I want to listen to it while I'm running in the marathon.
Does he want us to do it for 3.5 hours?
That ain't happening. But I'm saying that, yeah, so he's going to be running tomorrow.
We'll get you from like Hopkins to like Natick or something.
Yeah, we'll see. You know what I mean? It depends. We didn't have a lot planned, so. Anyway, so good luck to him. My neighbor Ryan Hearn's running it too. By the way, everybody in Melrose is fucking gone this week because it's school vacation week.
Yeah.
They're all either in I'm not kidding. All the people I know are in Turks and Caicos or like Aruba or there's a couple other places that they are.
It was very strange, and obviously we don't live far from each other, but I got here extremely quick, and it seemed like there was no cars on the road.
A ghost town. And like I have to work this week. I have like a lot of shit that has to happen. I'm taking 2 weeks off in the summer. My daughter has lacrosse this week, so I'm like, we're not doing it this year. We'll probably go back down next year, but like, there's no FOMO, like a woman, like when people are just posting their fucking pictures.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like having drinks down by the pool. And I'm like, I gotta go to work.
I have that when someone's in their backyard and I'm not there.
I know.
I mean.
Here's what we did today. I went to Home Depot, hungover, with Maggie and the kids to pick out tile and shit for the basement, right? We're getting the basement done. By the way, gotta say, shout out to my contractor. I'm a fucking dummy. I was shitting all down the guy's throat the last couple episodes saying that I couldn't get access to my hoses.
Yep.
They just switched it to a different place. It's all set. He came over, he like flips the thing on the boiler and he's like, try it. I'm like, sorry. Anyways,
don't listen to these episodes.
yeah. But anyway, so we went there, and I just put something down there that looks okay. I don't have a lot of strong feelings. You know what I mean? Like, I never go into somebody's house and be like, oh, I love the tile in this fucking bathroom. Like, make it neutral, make it fine. Then they started looking at paint colors. I thought Tommy's head was gonna pop off his fucking shoulders. He's like, because he's got no patience.
Yeah.
I have no patience.
Well, you gotta understand.
Women love paint colors and shit.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have no ability to stand there and be like this. Plus, I have a get out of jail free card because I am colorblind with greens. Greens and like browns and blues kind of like all are hard for me. Not
fucking crazy.
yeah.
Really?
So like I'm like these brown pants and Maggie's like those are green, dickhead. Like so. I kind of get out of jail free card on that shit because I'm like, I'm colorblind. What do you want me to tell you? You pick it out. You know what I mean? I don't know what anything looks like.
We got to get you a walking stick. Like next time we got to go somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I can see everything, I think, but I can't.
Red Sox. Maybe when we go to the Reds, we'll get to the front of the line or something.
I know that's coming up, right? When are we going? That'll be a Sunday I'll drink on.
I don't think it's. Yeah, it's 2 Sundays away from now.
Okay, so let's talk about the marathon a little bit.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
It's a great day in Boston.
Yep.
Absolutely great day. One of the top iconic marathons in the world.
Have you ever went into Boston during the marathon?
So I have.
Oh, me too.
Yep.
Once.
I've been in once. It was when my buddy O'Malley's run it a bunch of times. And I heard one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life, overheard. You know, they set up, like, that was actually one of the days where they set up a little area where you could drink outside and watch the race or whatever on Boylston before, like, they had outside dining and shit.
Yep.
There was this kid, he had to be 6'2", 350. Kind of a fat guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's talking to this girl, and he's like, she's like, oh, have you ever run the marathon? I caught it like mid-conversation. And he just dead serious goes, this one? No, I like to do ultras mostly for me. And he was like dead serious. Like the guy couldn't run to the fucking, couldn't make it to the fucking Boston Common. You know, collapse of a heart attack. It's an absolutely fabulous day in town. I mean, it's a great day. It's too much for me. I don't like being jammed up in crowds.
Yeah, well, when I went, I was 21, and I had just happened to go because a buddy of mine was like, you have to. And I was like, all right. We didn't even go together. But I was like, he's convinced me.
Sure.
So I went to McGreevy's.
Yep.
Which I don't even know if it's still there anymore, but that was the bar that was owned by the Murphys or whatever. And I heard a guy, I remember vividly, 11. 2 seconds later, 12. And so now I'm like, what the fuck's this guy doing? I didn't realize, and it's common, but I never heard of it. I was young, stupid, dumb idiot. People try to have 26 beers before the marathon.
Really?
Yeah. Every beer for a
Oh,
mile.
wow. I wonder if until how long, though?
It's like
5 hours?
no. Well, I honestly don't know the answer to that. But I was like, what is he
This
doing?
is a good game.
It's a dangerous game.
Well, I think I could do 26 beers in 6 hours, right? That's 4 beers an hour, right? 420,
Yeah.
24.
That's a lot, though.
No, that's not. That's 3 beers an hour, right? This is how good I am at math, by the
Right.
way. 6 hours is like 3.5 beers an hour, right?
But, I
Something
mean,
like
you're going to
that.
get bombed regardless.
Yeah, but I think I can do it. I mean, you've drank 26 beers in a day before.
Yeah, the most I've ever done was a case.
You are so full of shit.
It's all I've ever
I
done.
know, but I'm saying that you haven't counted your beers. But like, I'm
Yeah.
sure you've had a day when you went to a Red Sox game and went out that night that you've had fucking 30 beers.
I don't know. Maybe. I just the day it happened at Sacco. I remember it like yes. I remember every one of my beers, and I remember it because I remember my father saying that in the army he did 30 beers, and I was like, I'm gonna match that, and I did
24.
24 then.
Okay.
Yeah, but I beat him, so I had 30. I had 30.
Yeah. I mean, you drink a case of beer, you're gonna get fucking plowed.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's no way around that. You know what I mean? But like, all right, I look at yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you an estimate of what I drank. This is the shit you don't tell your dog.
But here's the other part of this. I did mine from like 8 a.m. till probably midnight.
Yeah, of course.
I ate. I
what
fucking
I'm
played
saying.
hippie horseshoes. I don't know if I could do it. I'm a longevity guy. I'm not a. If
Me
you,
neither.
If
I'm
you
the
wanted
same.
to, if me, you, and someone else, because we did this in high school before, but I did not partake. 3 people, 1 hour, kill a
yeah.
30.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
No, I don't
I'm
want
not-
to do that.
I'm not your guy.
It's not fun.
I'm not your guy.
It's not fun. But like yesterday, I went to Nate's. I had a beer with John Ash right when he got there. He gave me a beer. So that was one. I had 4 Arnold Palmer light spiked cocktail drinks.
Hot burn city.
Yep. So that was 5 drinks. I had 2 Miller Lights. There's 7. I went to Charlie's party. I had 4 beers there. There's 11. Came back to Nate's. Gets foggy, but my guess is 5, 6 there.
Yep.
So we're talking in the 16 range, 17 range. But that's from 3 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's a long time.
It's a long time.
You know what I mean? Was I drunk? Yes.
Of course you were.
I was fucking shit-faced. Anyways, but that is a good game. If you could see, like, not for me. I'd actually like to watch somebody do it.
Well,
That's why I don't like doing shots.
oh,
Because people start buying shots. I'm like, this is dumb. Like, it's going to ruin the night.
ruin everything.
Nothing good's going to happen.
Nope.
The only reason to do a shot, in my opinion, is if you're, like, about to go out, right? Maybe you're behind, your crew or whatever, and you do a fireball, whatever. You know what I mean? That's fine. But, like, dude, I was buying fireballs in here because my buddy loved them, and Maggie's friends down in South, they love it. So when we go down there, they always have fireballs. So I started buying them. She's like, you're getting shit-faced out of your mind because you're, like, doing fireballs every, like,
Because
hour.
it's like candy. You don't think you're getting shit faced,
Yeah.
but it's still alcohol in it.
Exactly, yeah.
Remember that lady at Hooters, dude, with the beer in the shot, the leather jacket?
That was unbelievable, dude. Absolutely fucking phenomenal.
We're not trying to be like her.
No, not at all. All right, quick ads.
Let's do it.
Louis P's Chicken. Our guy Paul Doobie was there the other night, by the way.
There
Sent
he
us
was.
a nice text. He met Chris and said, love the shishito peppers. Absolutely love the place. Chris Parsons, executive chef, 55 Binney Street, Cambridge, Mass. They will validate your parking. They have an indoor parking garage where you can park your vehicle while you go in and enjoy the best chicken that you can get around. They have Hub Hall also. So if you're going to a Bruins game or a Celtics game, because both those teams fucking rule, you can get one of those sandwiches outside before you pay $98 to buy one inside. They're the best. Louis P's Chicken.com. Check out their menu. It's unbelievable. I have something to do. Tuesday night, I think I'm going to go in. I'm going to go play some bluegrass with my boys in there. Go see the guys play some bluegrass. Bella's Roast Beef and Seafood in North Andover. 1211 Osgood Street. My guy Harry, his wife Sandra. There's no lunch pail beefs at this place. There's no 7.2s that are good. There's fucking 9s. They throw 9s. Okay, that's what they throw. Like I said, I recommend the pizza roll. I think it's fucking brilliant. The brioche bun, fucks really hard. Everything's great there. They're the best. We love working with them. I almost felt like I was cheating on them yesterday, getting that beef, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
What about me, man?
Exactly.
I mean, Jamie's is a top tier beef, but
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, listen, you got to try the other places to know what you
of course
compare
you
it
do.
to.
Of course you do.
You know what I mean? Like I had Chick-fil-A a couple weeks ago. I threw it out. Threw it out the window. It's trash. Christian trash food.
I fucking love Chick-fil-A too.
I do too. I fucking love it. Anyways, we'll get to more of the sponsors here soon. Okay, here's something I like about the marathon that I did not know until today.
What do you got?
If you're a celebrity, you can't. They don't just let you in. You got to either run for a charity or you got to qualify.
Right.
So you're just like everybody else. Now, obviously, a celebrity's gonna get into any charity they want. They can just give them $20 grand or whatever. But like Will Ferrell ran it several years back.
Yep.
I like that. It's very Boston to be like, yeah, we're not just gonna like throw you in there because you're fucking Nick Nolte or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Imagine Nick Nolte running the fucking.
I know I'm not the only one, but do you get him confused with Gary Busey too?
Obviously,
All
dude,
the time.
everybody does.
All the time.
Everybody does.
I
Hey,
almost just said a Blue Chips reference, and I'm like, that wasn't
fucking
it.
love
Oh, no,
Blue
wait.
Chips.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
it was
it was Nick
Nick Nolte.
Nolte.
It's my second time talking about
Let
Blue
me
Chips
ask you this:
today.
if I set you at the starting line tomorrow,
Yep.
and I'm like, all right, you got to finish the 26 miles. You don't have to run the whole way. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to
Take
do
a
it.
break.
Well, you can walk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wonder how long you think it would take you.
Oh, boy. I'm a longevity guy.
Well, I walk about if you're walking 3.5 miles an hour, which is kind of an okay pace, not the end of the world.
Oh, here he goes. Good
Here
Will
goes
Hunting.
the fucking math again.
Yeah.
I have the worst math mind ever. Like literally, my mind. It's like I'm colorblind and I can't do math. 3.5 miles. There's somebody out there just screaming into the thing like, "This is how long it takes. This is how fucking long it takes." So it's like 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
If you walked it, pretty much. But dude, that'd be fucking miserable. I do know a kid. I knew a kid. There was a kid that was a buddy of my friends, and he woke up one day and just ran the marathon without training.
I know a full blown. I'm not kidding. Like a sickness type of alcoholic that has ran the marathon. I think it was like 15 to 16 years straight.
Really?
Full blown. Like if he doesn't drink, he'll die.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like that level of alcoholic.
Yep.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And I didn't believe him until he brought in the medals.
But he still does it, or he doesn't anymore?
No, he doesn't anymore.
Oh, okay. Now that
he still drinks, but he can't drink like you. Like when I was a kid. I'm trying to say this without giving it away. No, I'm not saying his name. He was a baseball coach.
Yeah.
And I mean, he would just come. He was the dude from Betty's Beers.
Yeah.
But like instead of just like beer or whatever, Schlitz or whatever guy was drinking, it was like Russian roulette on the give me that and that together and just put it in a cup and drink it.
Doesn't care what it was.
Psychotic move.
Didn't care what it was.
Didn't care what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just the type of drunk he was.
That's a different level.
It is, I guess. But
Yeah.
But imagine like doing that the night before and then going to run 14 years in a row. Something crazy like that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's warrior shit.
Yeah, that's some fucking really intense shit. So when I was in high school, I mentioned my buddy O'Malley. He's like a really great runner. He was like, "You should run cross country senior year." He's like, I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? I got something to do. Get in shape for basketball." I'm the slowest human being on the earth. I've documented this. I only beat one kid in my cross country career. The teams are like 12 to 13 kids, right?
I think cross country is so dumb.
I hate running. The only kid I beat, he like broke his leg like towards the finish line, and I just fucking like basically gave him the finger running by. I'm like, fuck you.
Cross country just doesn't move the needle for me.
Dude, it stinks. It stinks.
I can't imagine. And again, this could all change tomorrow if one of my kids is like, "Hey, I want to do cross country."
Sure.
Can you imagine being that parent support and your kid and you don't?
Well, it's not a fun sport to watch because you can only watch they blow by you, and that's
it.
all you see.
But like, I don't know. I did track in high school. I did indoor track. I did the 220. It's not like I wasn't a 40-yard dash sprinter.
Yep.
But I can move. I can move a little bit. 220 was a great race for me.
Yeah.
But you want me to run through the woods and fucking like a horror movie? I'm all set, dude. And it's like, no, I'm out on that.
Yeah.
And dude, shout out to him because you guys can do it. I can't.
Yeah.
Fuck, you know what I mean? It's just I'm not hating on you per se, but I think running. They're like, yeah, just run that way.
Well, I think the other thing is if
there'll be an arrow there on a fucking.
if you
oak
happen to
tree.
be great at it,
Yeah.
it's like anything else. If you're great at something, you like doing it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like if you keep winning races, you're gonna like fucking running races.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
suppose. I just doesn't move the needle.
We
for
got to
me.
talk about this too. I know and like, you know, this is kind of straight. We're kind of straight off the dome tonight. How awesome is this time of year when you fucking have the Celts and the Bruins in the fucking playoffs and they're both wagons.
Dominating.
Wagons.
Dominating.
The Celtics literally just slapped the fucking Hawks around all over the place yesterday.
Yeah.
They looked like an absolute train. Rob Williams looked like he was a space alien or something. He blocked a guy. I thought he broke his arm, basically.
It's extremely fun. The Bruins are like breaking history books left and right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
And you know what's good about it is like, so I'm not really a Bruins guy, right? I'm a Celtics guy and a Pats guy. That's my main two teams. But like, and I don't mind when a casual, non-really basketball watching person decides, hey, I'm going to watch all the playoffs. I'm like, get in there.
Yeah.
It's fucking the benefit of being from Boston.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to. I didn't grow up playing hockey, but playoff hockey is...
Playoff hockey's unbelievable. It's a different sport.
It is a different sport.
Yeah. It's fucking great.
It's there was a dude on like Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, he's a black dude. He's like, why the fuck didn't you guys tell me about hockey? He goes, this shit's intense. But he was talking about playoff hockey.
Yeah.
It is. It's nonstop. You know what I mean?
Fucking awesome.
The fights are minimal, but when they, because there's a little bit more on the line.
Sure.
It's good fucking... I respect the hell out of hockey players and whoever did do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford it, to be honest with you. Of course, I wanted to play it.
Yeah.
I wanted to do everything as a kid. I wanted to be a professional fucking breakdancer. You know what I mean?
I just love this time of the year because I love, like, there's always something to watch on TV.
Right.
Every other night, pretty much. And then if you're going deep, I mean, the only problem for this time of the year is that, like I always say, is like, just drinking just goes exponentially. I mean, liquor stores must be licking their chops right now, like, because
before I came here, I was like, I knew it was a rule back then, but it's certainly changed since then. Liquor stores close at 6 o'clock.
Yeah. You know what's weird though? The guy down the street from me open till 8 usually.
I mean, I got here after 6. I stopped right next door. There's 2 liquor stores spitting distance from each other. One was closed. Has a lot more stuff, and one wasn't.
Yeah.
And that guy's staying open. He's making 2 more hours at least.
Oh, I know.
Maybe 3 more hours of business.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. Maybe it's because that's kind of like a chain one.
Yeah.
Cappies, right?
Yeah, Cappies.
So they
probably just have whatever their hours are. Yeah.
That's their hours, yeah.
Oh, by the way, when I was at so my buddy whose 70th birthday party was last night, my friend Charlie Joyner, he was an Everett bike cop for, and I'm not talking about a fucking pedal bike. I'm talking about, he was the guy who got motorcycles into Everett cops.
He was Wild Hogs.
He was the first guy to have a bike in Everett. Guy is 5'7", 144 pounds, maybe.
The best.
He's the best. He's a fucking character. His partner was there, who I fucking love. The guy goes, I gotta talk to you. He's like, you look like Southie. He's like, if I was gonna be like, what's a Southie look like? You. I'm like, that's a compliment, I think. Absolutely great guy. They were telling unbelievable stories. I'm like, Charlie, you guys gotta come on the show one night and tell them these fucking stories. These are cop stories back in the day. Unbelievable, by the way. Mad respect for those guys. Like, they were fucking doing it when it was fucking OG fucking cop shit. So shout out to Charlie and his partner. Back to basketball, back to fucking hockey. I just love, there's nothing better when they're both in, like I said, like you're watching the games and shit. And then it also, you just end up seeing your friends more because you're like, hey, I'm going to go down, like, I'll go down the IA and watch the game. You know what I mean? Rather than watching it at my fucking house with, my whole family there. So it's like, it just becomes like a time of the year where I think it's just like fucking fun. And if they go the distance, you got like 2 months of this shit. You know what I mean?
That's the other part of it, right? So the rest of the world already hates us because of Tom Brady.
Yep.
Yeah, they hated us because of the Red Sox a little. And now you're going to get 2 teams potentially winning this fucking thing. We're never going to shut up as long as you're alive.
No, never.
It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Speaking of dominant forces in the world, J&L Energy, all right? Our boy Sean.
Yes, sir.
It's his crew. 781-428-3388. Save.jandl@gmail.com. That's save.j, the word and L, @gmail.com. Same thing as installation situation. Mass Save Partner, National Grid or Eversource. By the way, hot tip. You walk into Lowe's, you see the Mass Save person standing there like they always fucking are. You just go, I already did Mass Save, great program. Gets you right off the fucking hook, all right?
Pro tip.
Unless you need it. So, Mass Save Partner, National Grid and Eversource, you're paying into that shit every month. You know you are. You're just not getting your money back. Single family to 6-unit homes. Single family homes are 75% off. Unless they're rented, and then it's 100% free. Multifamilies are 100% covered. Renters can also qualify for this. Like I said, you're already paying for the service. You might as well get your money back. Any Corker that reaches out is going to get a 10% discount. If it's a 100% covered home, you're getting a $100 gift card. So you're going to make money off this deal. And then you can go to Bella's. Therm Pros, 617-990-6755. thermpros.info@gmail.com. Our boy Sean is actually the operations manager there. He's probably, you can talk to Sean. He's going to tell you what's up. They're a full construction company, A to Z, soup to nuts. Therm Pros can handle all of your construction needs, additions, renovations, new homes, roofs, sidings, basements, all painting projects. I always like to read this, even though it says I'm not supposed to read this part. Not sure how to say this without making the other divisions seem not as good, but we have probably one of the best painters in New England. Seriously, badass. So everything they have is good, like I said, but they got a guy who can fucking paint. Like I said, the Sistine Chapel, the Mona Lisa, line them up. You know what I mean? He could probably paint the fucking missing paintings from the Isabella Gardner Museum and fucking throw them up there and nobody know anything was wrong. All right? That's how good this fucker is. Corkers got a 10% discount their projects and you get free estimates, all right? So talk to our guys. And then, by the way, I'll lead you in because I was at my brother-in-law's house the other night, my niece's birthday. He's like, we have to get a new heating system. And I was like, at some point, our shit's just tired. And he's like, I'm like, oh, nice. I'm like, who are you going to use? He's like, probably AJM.
Damn right you are.
Go ahead.
AJMPlumbingHeating.com. AJM Plumbing and Heating was founded by Anthony Machichi, graduate from the Vogue right there in Wakefield. Anthony has been in the plumbing and heating field for over 10 years. He built AJM with hopes of providing 5-star VIP experience that every customer deserves at an affordable price. His goal is to educate the customer about their investments and never sell someone that they don't need. Honesty, excellence, and professionalism is the company's motto because if you provide all three of those, then you will always find a happy customer. Now, I don't know why I've never read that fucking intro before because that's ready to make me go crazy right now.
Dude,
that was
I run through a
unbelievable.
fucking wall.
Dude, we talk about his work. Everyone in the world has a Facebook at this point. If you don't, it's fine. Go on his website. He has pictures of how clean he is, how efficient he is. He's very good at what he does.
150 Yelp reviews saying this guy's
all
the
five
man.
all 5 stars.
All 5 stars.
So do the right thing. AJMPlumbingHeating.com and talk to Anthony. Tell him Pulling the Cork sent you. He'll take care of you.
Okay. We got one voicemail. Now, I've been very bad about promoting the voicemails, and I apologize. Jump's going to kill me.
Yep.
Sorry, you have to lean in a little bit.
It's all good.
But we got one.
Ooh, you know there's nothing better than a Pulling the Cork recording night. Can't wait to listen to this one on Monday when I'm sitting at home watching the marathon. Anyways, boys, what I want to talk about, or what I want you guys to talk about, is when you go on your very first date, or when you went on your very first date with your now wife, girlfriend, fiance, whatever that may be, how did you get ready for it? How did you mentally prepare yourself to lay the absolute fucking smackdown on that puss?
Easy. That's easy.
All right.
That's easy.
What did you do on your first date with Christy, you know?
Yeah, I do. Well, do you want to know how? I mean, we grew up with each other.
Yeah.
And she's the elder of the two.
Yep.
Never looked my way growing up until we were at a party together and she saw me dance. So I bagged her with my moves 110%.
I love it.
Yep.
Nothing like when you show somebody a superpower.
Here's the other thing, though. I was dancing with a girl from Melrose. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yes. She has since passed away.
Oh, that's too bad.
But she was an awesome girl. But she literally just snatched me away from her.
I love it.
And the rest is history. I can
love
tell you
it.
what she was wearing. I don't know if I would consider that a date, but that's how I first got her attention. Then the first date we went on, we did dinner and a movie or whatever. Nothing really happened. I was like, all right, this is a waste of time and my wallet, and I'm done with this. You know what I mean? It was that simple.
Yeah, I think so. I met Maggie. I think I've said this before. I was playing a show. Her friend brought her to the show, and I thought she was cute or whatever. Actually, some other girl that they were with, who she didn't really know, was like, I claimed the lead singer. That was me.
Yeah, I do remember
Yeah, and
telling
I'm
me
like,
this.
and then, so anyways, but we, I think our first date, I took her to a show. It was so fortunate, dude, because I was working a commission job, right? And I hadn't had a great year, but then I hit a fucking magical run.
Mm-hmm.
And I had $7,000, which to me was $1 million at that
Right.
point. So I was taking her around, cabs, going to we went to, I can't, not Brico, but it's they have it in the fucking The one with the L. Anyways, went to the place in the North End. No. On the first date. And that was that. And then I remember I took her to meet my friends. That was a big litmus test. You know, you had bring a girl to meet your friends. And she went to the bathroom and Josh was like, this girl fucking so cool, dude. Like she like just likes to potty. So it's like they were like other girl we ever brought around, like they just like your friends suck. Like I hate your friends. And like she was like the perfect mix. She was like, oh, I like hanging out with your friends. I'm like, this is ideal because you're gonna be hanging out with them all the time. So but I never I feel like during our years of like thing, like there wasn't much dating. Do you know what I mean? It was like you met a girl at a party, maybe you hook up, and then maybe you go to the movies with her or something like that, I guess. But like it's almost like you're already past. I don't think I ever went on a date with a girl that I hadn't already hooked up with. Does that make sense?
Say that again. Say that one more time.
So I don't think I've ever gone on a date with a girl that I hadn't already hooked up with.
No, I have.
You have?
I have.
See, I think that would be kind of awkward.
Oh, it was 100% awkward.
Yeah. I did one time. Well, I'll say this one thing. There was this girl who used to take the bus on the 7 Line Salty. She was super cute. And she went to BC. And anyways, she would always be on there. I just started chatting her up. She thought it was funny. And we were like, so I went to Vegas with my boy who went to BC. I'm like, oh, you know this girl? I'll give her his name. He goes, yeah, like you're going to get her, dude. He's like, she fucking dated like the captain of the hockey team at BC. And I'm like, well, I'm going to give a crack at it. I mean, I'm not going to fucking listen to you. So I went back, see her on the bus. I'm like, hey, she's like, what are you doing this weekend? I'm like, I don't know, probably going to the beer garden. She's like, cool. She's like, me and my friend are going there tonight. And literally my friends horrified them. And she never fucking looked my way ever again. So that was the only kind of date I ever went on with a girl I hadn't had any spit swapping with.
Right.
And it went horribly wrong. So
thanks, pals.
Yeah, thanks. It was like I think like she told one of the girl's friend told her, she's like, oh well, yeah, because my parents don't drink, they don't believe in drinking. And I think Josh was like, that's gay. And I'm like,
Josh was
yeah. I'm like, that's gay. And I'm like, this is over. This is fucking done.
Wait a minute, she met you at the beer garden?
Yeah.
And her parents didn't believe in drinking?
The girl she was with, her parents didn't. This girl drank, but
okay, all right.
Yeah, so she was like super insulted that he insulted her parents, and
that's what you get for dealing with Josh Heinrich.
Yeah, he's just fucking dude. I mean, you get what you get. So don't get upset. You know.
That's it.
But you've been on ones that are without.
Yeah, but I mean, you're like me, dude. I can
I can talk to anybody.
No, I'm a social butterfly. That's easy money.
Yeah,
but nothing really came up out of that after that. You know what I mean, I could have been too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can be too much.
Oh, I'm the same way. I can get it. You know what I mean? Like I get how some people probably be like, this kid's a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? It is interesting though, because I think like if I was single now, which I never will be, but like if I was single, like I'd have to go on a lot of dates because that's the nature of the world now.
Well, it's also a lot easier now.
Yeah, obviously.
You can go on people you may know and see this. You can see Jennifer Aniston. You're like, guess what? I'm going to message you right now.
Yeah, no,
it's that simple.
I know, but like, I'm saying, like,
people at Match.com right now are like, what the fuck, man?
You're fucking me.
Christian Mingle.
I just think I would hate dating. Do you know what I mean? Like,
what? Just doing like the whole awkwardness over again?
Like it takes you so long to like fucking get to a point with your like it's so different for you because you've known her your whole life, or you at least you're both from the same place, all that stuff, right? So it's like I actually went on kind of a couple dates with this one girl, and her family was Quakers.
Come on,
I'm not kidding. It's not like you're thinking what I was thinking. I'm thinking like fucking
the
like
oatmeal dude.
The
oatmeal dude.
He's a Quaker.
Yes,
but like they don't all look like that.
Yeah, they
look like regular people.
No, they don't.
That's their religion.
No chance.
And I was like,
they all look like him.
She was going to be a doctor. And I totally fucking like, dude, I got to tell the story because I totally blew this fucking thing. She was my buddy's. She lived in a house that this kid I worked with lived in.
Did you bring electronics in her house or something?
No. So she
she
sang, right? So like we did a couple like little shows together. And one night she dropped me off. We went to the beer garden, just me and her. And she dropped me off, and I'm like, I thought I was gonna make out with her, and she kind of fucking she Heisman'd me. And I was like, whoa, I just wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean? I was getting like good vibes.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was like, listen, I'm sorry. I'm like, I apologize. Right. I read the room wrong. You know what I mean? I was a gentleman, obviously, as you respect. They have a party like 3 weeks later, and she's like, I still fucking can't believe I did this. She's like, we're talking, hanging out, like it wasn't weird or anything. And she's like, yeah, my room's upstairs. You want to see it? And I'm like, I go up there with her, and like, I didn't do anything. And my buddy came down. He's like, you are a fucking idiot. And I'm like, well, dude, you know what? She gave me the fucking Heisman. I don't want a Heisman twice.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's on her then. I actually said this to him. Like, she should go in for the kiss then because, you know what? I already look like a dickhead once.
Yeah.
You do it twice, dude. You look like a fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, you try to kiss the same girl twice, she turns you down. That's fucked up, I think.
I got you beat there.
Yeah?
I was dating a girl before Christy.
This was going to be called The Marathon, but I'm calling it Loveline. Andrew Fontana's Loveline.
I was dating, not for a long time, and we still talk this day. No chance she listens to this.
Sure.
But we were dating, girl from Lynn, and this is back when like you had hotel parties.
Yeah.
Well, this girl got 2 rooms, which is unheard of. And at the end of the night, she's like, I'm going to my room. I'm like, all right. She's like, you coming? I'm like, yeah. I came, went in, went to bed. All my boys like, yeah, anything good happen? I'm like, great sleep. They're like, you're a fucking buffoon, dude. Buffoon. Woke up the next night. I think like 2 weeks later, she's like, I don't think this is working out. Dude, I'm very, to this day, I mean, I'm not single, but to this day, I'm very shy when it comes to like women.
Dude, I've said this, I don't know if I've said it on the show, but like me and my buddy.
Not like if I'm, like if I.
Not meeting them and stuff, obviously.
No, but like if, you know, drastic change in the world, I'm back in the fucking.
Sure.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Dude, I am useless. Let me tell you,
I wouldn't know
here's
what
the
to
other
do.
problem.
And the other part of it is like I have a million friends who be like, I think you two would be great together.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
Yeah.
no clue what to do.
Yeah, and I've said this before, like, I don't know if I've said it on the show, but like, people are going to listen to this and think this kid's so full of fucking shit.
Oh, so many people think I'm full of shit because
But
what
no,
I just said.
what I'm going to say is they're going to be even more think I'm full of shit. Is that like, I never really got anything out of like just hooking up with a girl and being like you just hook up with her once and like whatever. Maybe you have sex, maybe you don't, whatever, right? But like, and then like you're done. I'm like, what's the fucking point of that? Like I want to be. I was trying to find a girl to date. You know what I mean? Like or whatever. I was like, I had friends like that who were like, oh, I want to like fuck this girl, like whatever. She blew me all this shit, and I'm like, whatever. So what? I'm like, who cares? Anybody can do that. I'm like, it just didn't really do anything for me. Plus,
You were like alfalfa, dude.
Yeah, and here's the thing: you're fucking lying if you don't believe this. Unless you are a complete fucking narcissist and you just enjoy like getting off for yourself, you don't care about anybody else. Like anytime the first time you're hooking up with a girl is always a fucking weird kind of situation because you don't know what they like, they don't know what you like. They're gonna do whatever they did to the last boyfriend who was probably fucking weird or something like that.
Yeah.
I had a girl who was biting me one time, and I'm like, I don't like pain. I don't like this. Like, bite my lip. I'm like, dude.
Everything's in leather.
Like, if I want to get in a fight, I would have gone downtown and get fucking shit faced. I don't need to fucking have a busted lip in the morning. You know what I mean? But like, I never just got. I wasn't like out for like conquests. You know what I mean? Like some guys like that. You know what I mean? Like I was up for meeting girls and trying to date them. Sure. You know what I mean? And for like. And probably coming on too hot and too heavy too early, and then being like, "All right, I'm fucking done with this guy."
Heisman.
I don't want to
Whack.
You can only take this kid playing the guitar to me so many times before I'm fucking done with it. By the way, they all say they love it. They all say they want to hear it, which they do initially, and they fucking love it, and they really do get into it. And then eventually, they become like Maggie, and they literally are like fucking annoyed by it. It's like it just might as well be the other annoying thing you do in your life. You know what I mean? Might as well be the fact that you don't pick up your fucking boots when you put them in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
totally get it.
yeah, exactly. And by the way, I totally get it too. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I was never a big like, I gotta try to hook up with this. I gotta hook up tonight. I was never one of those guys. You know what I mean? Plus, my friends are such disasters that we would just go out and get fucking blackout, and just that would be it.
Well, like, I mean, I'm from the era where like we all went to clubs every weekend.
Yeah.
So like dancing clubs.
Yeah.
So like you couldn't walk by somebody without fucking grinding on someone's ass.
Well, yeah, that's different. Yeah.
So, I mean, even like on a bad night, still had a pretty good night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. It's like I was definitely just going to like fucking, your average, like the Black Rose and shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, I just never was really into that, like that thing. And I get that some people are, you know what I mean? They love being like, oh, I had fucking banged 38 girls last year or something like that. It's like, awesome, sweet. Fucking get a fucking test, you know what I mean?
I like hearing this stories.
Oh, listen,
Great
I'm there
stories.
for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't like, I'm just saying for me,
Yep.
It just wasn't what I was like really. It didn't do that for me. Do you know what I mean? What it does for other people. Which, by the way, this goes for the female corkers out there too. Some freaks in the sheets. You know what I mean? If that's what you like to do, go for it. I'm just saying it wasn't for me.
Speaking, you just said the word freak, and it immediately popped in my mind.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Netflix documentary coming out?
What?
It's called Freaknik.
What is it?
It's basically, this is the gist of it. It's basically home tapes of mostly black parties of like what backyard parties and clubs used to look like.
Yeah.
So like the memes going around like, you better ask your aunt if she's on any of these. Because like the Freaknik was like a thing that like, there was some wild shit going on. Picture like...
Wait. The Freaknik is the name of a type of party?
No, kind of. But that's the name of the documentary. I'm 99% positive.
Yeah.
But it was just imagine a guy with a camcorder in the 90s
Yeah.
recording what's going on in these in these different environments.
Yeah.
And it's, your average guy pouring fucking Colt 45 on someone's ass. She's got jeans up her fucking, how do you do? Her cooker, as my sister would say. And everyone's like, better see if mom's on one of those before you know what I mean? It's actually pretty funny. But I will 100% being, what video was it from Tupac? It was was it Round and Round? I don't know. But there was one video like immediately popped in my mind.
I think it was Round and Round.
Round and Round.
That's a great video.
And he's just sitting there just fucking dancing like this and shit.
I fucking love that.
Yeah. That's the Freaknik. Or like, Don't Be a Menace. You've seen, right?
Yeah.
You know that backyard party?
Yes.
That's a Freaknik, dude.
Don't Be a Menace has one of my favorite lines ever when the dad goes, he's like, son, I ever talked to you about drink driving? He's like, no, Dad. And he's like, oh, that shit's fun. That's fun. He's like, you get yourself a 40?
Yeah. He goes, I tell you about wearing condoms? Yeah, you said don't wear them. It's right. Takes away all the feeling. I listen to that, and I have 100 kids.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking great. Yeah, so anyways, Andrew Fontana, I love it. You know what I would do first is I would get myself a fine espresso martini just to set the mood.
Oh, dude. You know what I love about Andrew right now? Is he's like going out of his way to get like, I put out ragtime.
Can I say this too? I gotta just real quick. I'm giving him a fucking Corker of the Week award number 3 that I've given out already. Because
you're Oprah right now. He's Corker of the Week.
Everybody gets a present because we didn't really have anything on the docket, and this kid just gave us like fucking a solid 30 minutes.
No, but that's fine. But he's now made it his point to whenever he doesn't put out ragtime statuses like I do 14 times a day.
Yeah.
Andrew's last like 3 or 4 statuses have all been espresso martini reviews.
I love it.
He's all about it.
He's becoming the guy.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Somebody's gonna be the guy. I want him to come in here one night. We're gonna get him in here for a show anyways.
Yeah.
He's overdue. And I want him to bring his accoutrements and make us a fucking espresso martini.
If he has the stuff to make an espresso, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, well, I mean, and now you would think the guy who's fucking running these things through the paces.
By the way, I love the word accoutrements.
I do too. The guy who's putting these things through the paces every week, it's a different bar, should know how to make the best one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
gave him a good one. He told me that it was okay. Not okay. He said it was like a B. 8s, I think he said it was. I'm like, I think you're dead wrong. But the dude knows his shit, so maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, free ad. If you are a fan of Pulling the Cork, you're a fan of Jumptown. You know that. Jumptown is in the finals for the MVB, Most Valuable Beefer, on the Beef page. Join the North Shore Beefs page, and you can vote for Jumptown. I think it starts tomorrow?
Yeah, because the finals already happened. Well, the finals is already set.
It's tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, all right.
You can vote for Jump. And we know, we love ourselves from Jumptown with Jumptown guys. You get a new number, I think. That was kind of the issue with us getting texts.
Yes.
So anyways, he'll be on soon. But yeah, going back to that. I never had, I wish, he doesn't remember the story, but I'll just tell it because apparently Josh will tell any fucking story on the show, so I can tell any story about him. My buddy and Josh went to these girls' apartment, and they're going to hook up with them. And the girl, like, kind of went cold on him, and whoever was there with him, I'm not going to say who was there, I gave it away already.
Yeah, he did.
O'Malley was there. O'Malley's like, dude, this girl is a fucking bitch or whatever, And so she's like kicking them out, and Josh went in the fridge, and for some reason he picked out 9 or 10 like Jello pudding cups. He had them in his arms, and he was trying to run out of there. And she goes, "Where are you going with the pudding?" And he just looks at her and goes, "Oh yeah, everybody knows you love pudding." And he just fucking threw the pudding back at her. And I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" fucking, why would you take the pudding? He's like, I don't know. It just seemed like the right thing to do.
So, yeah. Sometimes something just comes in your head and you just think this is it.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't had any, like, so I said, so that's the answer, but luckily I haven't had any horror story date situations myself.
I'm trying to think if I had any horror story dates, and I don't think I do. I had someone slide in my DMs once that looked absolutely horrendous, and this is again, I was a young buck,
Sure.
and she just wouldn't leave me alone. It was like the first time, like I was like, am I gonna have to call the authorities? Dude? It was pretty bad.
Yeah,
pretty bad. And then I'm like looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, am I that ugly? Am I that ugly? Like she was.
Dude, that is a weird feeling when a chick comes on to you hard.
Yeah.
And she's not, or I'm sure it's the same way when I would come on to some girls that fucking smoke, right?
Hey, what's up, ladies?
And you're like, am I? That's my punching level.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
ew.
like you know, like that's what I.
No,
that's all I'm
when
worth.
she first, and this is MySpace, dude. This wasn't Facebook.
Oh man, we're going back.
Yeah, she fled right in there, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're so hot," and I'm like, "I'm a gentleman, you know, raised by a mother."
Yeah.
She's like, I'm like, "Thank you very much," and I left it at that because I couldn't lie to her and say the same thing back.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just were not.
You know what was always tough for me is like,
stop.
it is kind of a weird thing when you're like dating. Like I had a couple girls that I was, you know, like, you casually date them or whatever. Maybe you hooked up with them a couple times, right? And they like you more than you like them. That's the worst fucking situation.
Yeah.
That used to fucking like break my heart because I'm like, and I know my buddies be like, "Why do you give a fuck?" Like, whatever, you know, you're just hooking up or whatever. But you know that girl likes you more than it happens to them with guys who like. I've been the guy who's been like that. You know what I mean? And it's like it sucks when you know that this person thinks like you're for them, and you're like you're not for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a shitty fucking feeling. And that's why like people be like, well, you can always just. You know, they'd be like, you can always call that girl or whatever. I'm like, dude, that's fucking not cool. You know what I mean? Like that girl. Because here's the problem.
You got a good heart.
Here's the problem. This is what this. Nah, I probably still did because I was shit faced. But the problem is, I've always said this about myself. I'm not the type of guy that a girl looks at and is just like, oh, fuck this guy. I'm the type of guy that goes like, oh, I could date this guy. You know what I mean? Like, so any girl that's with me is not with me usually or was with me because they're like, oh. Like, this is the type of guy I can't wait to fucking wash my fucking shorts on his abs, right? This is the type of guy who's going to make me laugh. He's probably going to be pretty charming if he meets my parents.
Right.
And, like, he seems like not a psychopath, right? So, like, I was never the type of guy that, like, a girl's just going to be like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to rock this kid's world for 6 hours, and then I'm going to fucking send him on his way. Like, that's never me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, anyways, those were, you know, not like an Andrew Fontana. You know what I mean? It's a just notches in the belt. Like, I'm not... I mean, listen, we got a lot of handsome devils that listen to the show and that have been on the show, including Jumptown, by the way.
Yeah.
Who's literally one of my favorite people of all time.
He's bringing back the mutton chops.
Dude, Jump's the best.
For no
Jump's
reason he is.
Best. Jump's the best. So anyways, yeah, that's that. You got the inside on Danny and Brendan's lack of abilities in love life tonight.
It's I don't know. I am what I am.
Yeah, dude, listen. Like I said, I'm not I am no Adonis. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you right now, I used to always say this. I'm like, one of my buddies one time was like busting my balls about being like overweight. I'm like, here's the deal though. I'm like, I can always lose weight, but you can never get funny. I go, that's the fucking difference maker right there.
I got a buddy like that to this day.
Yeah.
The amount of ass this kid has slayed in his career doesn't make sense for what he looks like.
Sure.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking just like, you know, sloths walking down the street. I'm talking about like attractive women.
Yeah.
And he's not an attractive human.
Really?
You know.
Is he funny?
Hilarious.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Hilarious.
That's why.
So like whenever I think of like someone like, you know, like you're walking down, it happens to all of us. Every single guy or girl, but every guy that I know, we've all done it. Walking down the mall, walking anywhere. Say, how the fuck did that guy get hurt?
100%. Yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
And like, he's the sole reason in the back of my mind. I'm like, doesn't matter. He's probably a fucking riot.
Yeah. No,
or
100%.
He has a Lysol can to cock. Yeah.
Well, we can deduce the fact that I don't have one of those, so it's got to be the other one.
Yeah.
I remember like when neighbors came to see me play music.
I'm talking this kid's like 280.
Yeah. Oh, really? Like heavy?
Like heavy, but like extremely approachable. Like I don't know if he's ever been to a fight in his life.
Sure.
Like but the women that this kid has been with,
that
I know for a fact, it just just doesn't make sense.
Sure.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And God bless him.
Listen, I mean, God bless the fact that I have a personality, so do you, and also I have like a couple other minor skills in my life, because otherwise I'd be fucked. Like I would be like, it's so hard to think about that, because it's like,
The hand you were dealt.
well, because you've said before that you were like, you were shy when you were younger.
Still am.
Yeah.
For the most, I mean, once I get to know you, also this helps.
Yeah.
You know?
Beer. Yeah.
But if I'm just out and about, I'm not your social butterfly that you hear right now.
No.
I'm not.
No. If I'm like last night, I walked into that party lubed up, and I was I was chatting up everybody, because I was like,
dude, I told you week 1 here. I'm like, who is this going to? I'm fucking pacing in my house. Like I'm just not that type of person.
Yeah.
I open up once I get to know you. But,
sure.
It might take 5 minutes. It might take 5 years. It all depends on how I'm feeling too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I also think like, I don't know, you find like you when I was younger, like I just didn't know what kind of what I was, like what, you know what I mean? Like I was like, am I gonna be a fucking rapper or guitar player? Am I funny? Like, you know what I mean? Like it takes you a while to kind of figure out, you know, like that's why I'm always glad that like, not that I'm glad, like obviously I would have loved to be a fucking sick athlete. Everybody would.
Yeah.
But like I felt like I just never had that crutch. I had to like do other shit to make myself stand out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't have, it wasn't like I was like, oh, that's the kid who's the nasty basketball player.
Right.
It was like, that's Brendan Ahern. And people were like, what the fuck is he doing?
well,
Like,
so the very first girl I ever kissed in my life, ever. I'm not talking like full blown tonsil hockey, but I'm
Sure.
talking like a regular peck. Smoking hot.
Yeah.
Smoking hot when we were kids. She's still pretty to this day, and she's a lawyer.
yeah,
But I couldn't believe in my head that she thought I was attractive.
sure.
So we're at the Malden pool having a grand old time. I'm probably sunburnt.
Yeah.
And like everyone's like, hey, so-and-so wants to kiss you. And I'm like, no fucking shit. I was scared to death.
Yeah.
Scared
Yeah.
to death, dude.
Yeah.
But when you have older kids that you go to the pool with, they're like, either you kiss her now or we beat your fucking head in. You're left with an ultimatum.
Yeah, yeah.
So I did it. I walked out of it. I grew millimeters on my dick.
Yeah.
Like it was like, let's go. You know, it was like, it was exhilarating. But it took me forever to get up those stairs and actually do it.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I can't even imagine the kids nowadays. There's cameras everywhere. Like, they'd be
dude.
recording you. Like, why won't you do it? Why? I got that in my ear in the 90s.
I know.
I got that in my ear in my 90s.
I know.
But
I know.
it just, I remember it like yesterday.
I know. So I can tell the story because I'm not going to tell who it is, but well, I have a friend who never beat off until he'd already had sex. Like he had never.
I don't want to meet this person.
It was like when this person told me and Josh the Ironworker this, and when he told us, we were like, it was during COVID. We met. I'm not gonna give too much information who this person was, but we met for a beer in an outdoor like venue. We just cracked like Bud Lights out or Miller Lights out in like a parking lot, and this conversation came up, and I don't think I've ever seen bewilderment in Josh's eyes like this before.
That just doesn't even make sense.
I'm like, he immediately called me as we're leaving. He's like, that kid's he never beat off before he had sex. Like, what was he doing to pleasure himself? Like, was it just a fucking powder keg, like just ready to explode?
Or just crushing wet dreams. And like, maybe that was it. Maybe
Apparently.
his body was just like doing it for him.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I thought that was the most fascinating thing I'd ever heard in my life.
That is strange. I mean, they tell you that in 6th grade that it was okay.
When
They're like, you're gonna play with yourself.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
yeah, when Josh gets back
No
on the
one's
show.
around. I can do this.
When Josh gets back on the show, I'll have him tell a story about how when he was a kid, he thought he invented it. Fucking hilarious.
There's actually, I don't know if he said he invented it, but Richard Pryor has a skit where he talks about the first time he ever did it in the shower.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, this feels pretty good. It's fucking great. It's great.
All right. I think you guys have had enough tonight. So we'll be back next week. By the
know
way,
it.
congrats to our guy Dave for running the marathon tomorrow. You're a beast. My neighbor Ryan.
Anybody that you know.
Yeah, anybody who's running it.
Actually, I don't know her per se, but she's in my local. She ran the marathon today for, I want to say she's a veteran.
Yep.
But she ran with like,
That's the tough ruck thing.
it was 26.2 miles.
Yeah, but what they do is they walk it. You don't have to run it.
Oh, you don't?
You got a 30-pound pack.
That's
it's
what
the
it
only
was.
way you can get a medal.
Oh,
I wish my brother-in-law would tell this story because my brother-in-law, who's a firefighter, has done it. And you got a medal. And he said it's the hardest thing he's ever done. He was in the Air Force. he basically caught a kid cheating, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing, dude.
And the kid's a piece of shit.
Stolen valor.
Yeah, it's basically stolen valor.
Fucking
yeah.
dirtball.
And this guy's one of those people who always posts on Facebook like about his service and like that he was at an event and saw somebody and thought he might have to step in, like he's one of those guys, but then basically got caught cheating. Fucking the tough rock.
Fucking what a loser.
Anyways, don't be that guy. We will be back next week.
Yep.
Right. And by the way, you know what I like? I like this. If you're gonna leave us a voicemail, give us a little subject matter to talk about. Throw us a curveball.
We love an open gym.
We love an open gym once in a while. So if you got something you want to hear us talk about or want to hear our thoughts on, let us know that.
You sure that I was a pussy pecking a girl at I don't know, 11 years old?
By the way, it is unbelievable how much I just told shit about myself that I don't think I've ever told anybody.
I'm gonna drive home tonight. Like, why would I even say that?
You know what? It's fucking great. This show's honest. All right. So, anyways, enjoy your week. We will be back next weekend, and we'll go from there. And
Happy Patriots Day.
Happy Patriots Day.
Especially all the Bostonians out there.
That's right. We love you all. Peace.
Later.